Hello everybody, how are you all? Today we are going to study a short monsoon diary part 2. So, this is a very beautiful diary writing. You will get to know the idea of diary writing, what is diary writing and how it should be written. And we have a very famous writer who has written this, that is Raskin Bond. Raskin Bond was born on 19th May 1934. He is an Indian author of British descent. He believes with his adopted family in Landor, in Missouri, India. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He has got the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra for his published work in English. He has also been awarded Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. And this man today, he is working with the Indian Council for Child Education. He is working very hard to improve the writing skill of children. So, what is a diary? A diary is a record of personal experiences written day after day over a long period of time. You can also use diary as a note to note down the things, your to-do list, which you do, what are you going to do for the day, and then you plan to do immediately or in the future. So, today we are going to study diary written by Raskin Bond. You can also come across diaries of Annie Frank. She has written wonderful diaries. In this story, you are going to deal with the experience of the author during the monsoon season on mountains. He has described the salient feature of the nature, its undefined beauty, and all the flora and fauna that emerge out during this season. Ruskin Bond had spent a large part of his life in India and was deeply inspired by the natural beauty of mountains. In this story, he has described the flowers, plants, creepers, and all kinds of insects, reptiles, and animals that he witnessed during monsoon. So, we are now going to deal with the part 2. In the monsoon season, monsoon is a type of major wind system that seasonally reverses its direction. For example, one that blows for approximately 6 months from northeast and 6 months from the southwest. The primary cause of monsoon lies in the difference of annual temperature, trends over land and sea through other factors may be involved as well. A monsoon blows from cold towards the warm region, from sea towards land in summer and from land towards sea in winter. Also, many places experience infrequent and relatively feeble precipitation during the monsoon. So, August 2. What he writes in August 2 has been explained in short. So, he says that all night the rain has been drumming on the corrugated tin roof. There has been no storm, no thunder, just the steady swish of tropical downpour. It helps me to lie down, awake. At the same time, it doesn't keep me from sleeping. It is good sound It is a good sound to read by the rain outside, the quiet within. And although tin roofs are given to springing accountable leaks, there is a feeling of being untouched by and yet in touch with the rain. So they were living in a tin roofed house, and in that tin roofed house there were some leakages. So he is trying to say that he used to sit in his that tin roofed house where he used to hear the sound of the rain falling on the tin roof. It creates a lot of pattering sound, so this keeps them disturbing. So he means to say that we remain in touch with the rain and remain untouched also, because some of the leakages of the roofs where the water was leaking, so that is showing that he was in touch with the rain and also untouched by the rain, because only he was hearing the sound of the rain but not getting wet in the rain. But there were some leakages also. So he was saying, he means to say that. 3rd August, the rain stops. The clouds begin to break up. The sun strikes the hill on my left. Are you seeing? Are you seeing the background picture which I have tried to show you? This is the scene that occurs when the rain stops. A woman is chopping up sticks. And then he is saying that he is able to hear the tinkle of the cow bells. Have you ever seen uh, those cows, those cows that are let loose? They are tied with a bell so that the owner can understand that the cow belongs to whom. In the oak tree, a crow is shaking its body because it has become wet, its feather has become wet, and it caws disconsolately. So, water drips from the leaking drain pipe. Of course, it is obvious when there is rain, continuous rain, so the drains and all also become packed. And then suddenly, clean and pure, the song of the whistling thrush emerges. So, what is this thrush? Don't try to take it any other. It is not a thing, it's a bird. It's a bird which creates whistling sound. And then the author is trying to say that he is able to hear the song of the whistling thrush, which is very clean and pure, and it emerges like dark sweet secret from the depth of a ravine. Ravine is a valley, so in the deep valley he is saying that as if a valley is disclosing some kind of sweet secret of its own. So the thrush also emerges with a song, and he is comparing the whistling of a thrush, the singing of a thrush, with the dark sweet secret disclosed by the deep ravine. August 12. Endless rain and a permanent mist. We haven't seen the sun for 8 or 9 days. Everything has become damp and soggy. When it rains continuously, you must have also noted the walls of your house, they become damp, and your mummy also gets irritated. Sometimes she feels that, oh, when the sun will appear, she will take out all the the bed covers and cushions and pillows to keep it under the sun, so that dampness will become a little dry. It produces some kind of a smell also, the damp smell. So nowhere to go. When it rains cats and dogs, what happens? You cannot go anywhere. Everybody is holding one umbrella and moving out of the house. to do their daily chores or to do their daily shoppings and all. So it's very difficult to move out of the house. So at least he is saying that it is not cold rain. It is raining, but it is not cold. The hillsides are lush at late monsoon, flowers begin to appear. So he is saying that the hillside area has become completely lush green. How? Why? Because a number of flowers have begun to appear. What are the name of the flowers? Wild balsam, dahlia, begonias, and ground orchid. Now, very interesting thing you will come to know here, that snakes and rodents, when the earth gets over flooded with water, then what happens? All the rodents, they come out of their burrow and try to take shelter. Where do they try to take shelter? Sometimes, they get inside of the houses also. So snakes and rodents, they come out of their burrows and they take shelter in the roof, in the godowns, and in the attics. Attics means storeroom. And often you will come to know that the female chuha, shrew, the female chuha is called shrew, and in Hindi it is called chuchundar. Do you get to know, children? So, it causes a lot of amusement because this creature is not able to see during the in the light. It is able to see clearly when it is dark, and in front of the light it behaves in a very innocent way. So children, when they see this shrew getting inside the house and having a weak eyesight and trying to find its way, children start chasing this shrew, and then some of them try to harm the shrew also. And in this case, the author is telling that his grandmother used to say that, don't kill it, don't kill it. Chuchundars are very lucky. If you harm them, then the wealth of the house will be going away from the house. So chuchundar brings luck. Chuchundar brings money at home. And the author is trying to say that he never believed in this theory, but he started believing when one day he received a small check from mail. He received a small check, and then he realized that yes, his grandmother was saying like this only, something like that don't harm the chuchundar. Chuchundar brings money, chuchundar brings luck. So maybe that is why he has received a check in the mail. So sometimes superstitious thoughts, they make us believe when some kind of miracle takes place. So we come to the next day, that is August 31st. It is the last day of August, and the lush monsoon growth has reached its peak. The seeds of cobra lily are turning red. So what happens when the sprouting of the flower is over? No, then the flower plant starts producing seeds. So same thing is being done by cobra lily. Cobra lilies, the seeds of cobra lily are starting to turn red. So this signifies that the rain is coming to an end. Keep in mind this thing, children, that when the seeds of cobra lily are turning red, you get an indication that in Missouri or in Dera, rainy season is going to come to an end. In the few days, the ferns will start turning yellow, but right now they are still firm, green, and upright. Now he is talking about ground orchid, mauve lady's slip. These are all very beautiful white butterfly orchids, wild dahlia, and all these flowers have grown over here, and they are making this rocky area, this hill station area, very beautiful. So we come to October 3rd. So you noticing that from October 31st till August 31st, September month is fully missing, and he started writing on 3rd October. He is saying that we have gone straight from monsoon to the winter rain, because he is talking about monsoon. So, snow at a higher altitude. After an evening hailstorm, the sky and the hills are suffused with beautiful golden light. So, hailstorm. Have you seen a hailstorm? If you have not, then please see in the YouTube. So, when the hailstorm has taken place, the sky has become clear and they are able to see beautiful golden light. Now, January 26. The winter reigns in the hills, in the hushed silence of the house. When I am quite alone and my friend who was here has gone, it is very lonely, very quiet as I sit in a liquid silence, a silence that is within, surrounded by the rhythm of the rain. The steady drift of water on the leaves, on the lemons, on roof, drumming on the drenched dahlias and white window panes, while the mist holds the house in a dark caress. So, when it is misty area, are you seeing the gray area? Are you seeing the gray portion? This is the mist in a hill station area. So he is telling that the mist has covered all the houses, has caressed means embraced, with all the houses are caressed, are embraced by the mist. As I pause near a window, the rain stops, and the tree is no longer green, but it has become grey. Menace me with their loneliness. So they trouble him with the loneliness. So 23rd March, late March, end of winter, the blackest clouds I have ever seen squatted over Missouri. And then it hailed marbles of half an hour for half an hour. Nothing like a hailstorm to clear the sky. Even as I write, I see rainbow forming. So this is the picture which he is trying to show you when he is describing about 23rd March. With this, we come to an end of this lesson. So thank you all of you. See you in the next lesson.